This is Jasmine, and she lives in the New York City apartment everyone wants, in Manhattan's gorgeous Upper West Side.
When my friends told me that I could have this apartment, I packed up my bags and moved halfway across the country. Because the rent right now is the same as it was during the pandemic.
When you thought of moving to New York, did you think about living in a tiny house? Today we're gonna tour her apartment, hear her story, and learn how you can find one just like this. Right? Maybe? Okay, maybe. Absolutely. But the best thing about her apartment might be what happens right outside, because there are cafes and shops across the street, down the street, every part of the street has something fun to do. Bagels, coffee. I tried it, it's not bad. Good enough to eat. It's been in this neighborhood longer than I've been alive. And you can get the best falafel anywhere in the city. And there's crepes, a whole bunch of free newspapers, and delicious fresh vegetables. Those will be good for you. We're also 1 block from Central Park, and as you can tell by all the traffic, this is probably the most popular part of the Upper West Side. Plus there's the train, the bus, and I saw a city bike somewhere. Great neighborhood. Hey, how are you?
Really good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's his name?
Levi.
Levi.
The rent is $3,600 a month.
And how long have you been here?
I have been here for 2 months.
Oh wow, those windows do a really good job.
They do, yeah.
You would think that the older style of window doesn't block out the noise, but it does.
It does some pretty good work, yeah.
This is better than where I live. How did you find such a treasure?
So I have been in the city for about 9 or 10 months, and I had some friends who let me know that they were leaving their great apartment on the Upper West Side. They had gotten a pandemic deal, and they talked to their landlord and said, listen, we need to leave, but we have a friend who's willing to take over the lease. Would you be willing to give her the same price you would give us to renew? So I'm only paying a few $100s more than they were paying during the heart of the pandemic.
I've never found an apartment like that, and here I am as a real estate agent. Did you have to go through like an official background check process, just like a normal tenant? Was it a shortcut because you knew somebody and you were recommended? How did that?
So it wasn't really a shortcut. I did still have to do the application process with the landlord. This is actually a co-op building, but thankfully he owns what's called a sponsor unit. So I didn't have to go through a board approval process or anything like that. I just had to do the credit check, the background check. I paid half a month's rent for a broker's fee because he had a broker who prepared all the forms and documents.
This isn't like some building owned by one guy who has thousands of apartments. It's one unit owned by one person who really cares about it.
That's absolutely correct.
That's why it's so nice.
He's a great landlord too. Yeah, he and I text, or I can email or call him when I need something.
We all hate you right now. I love how decluttered your entryway is.
Thank you.
Coat closet?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Slash, whatever kind of storage. I think there's a lot of summer clothes up top.
You know it's a New York apartment when the closet goes all the way up. Also, these big plastic bins, everyone in New York should have them. Where did you get some of these furniture pieces?
Most of my stuff is from either Wayfair or Amazon. I have a couple of really nice things that I feel like, oh, I sourced them somewhere, but I'm not quite enough of a New Yorker to say that I was able to adequately thrift.
By thrift, you mean find them on the street on move-out day, which is how those things are usually
and hopefully
found.
Clean them, but I'm not good at that yet.
You're not supposed to clean them. Just bring them in. Jasmine, I also love the fact that you are a shoe freak and a shoes off person at the same time.
I feel like the two go hand in hand. I think 50% of the damage done to a proper pair of Jordans is done inside the home, so you really need to store them properly.
Now this is like 2 feet by 3 feet. You've got the bench, key rack, mirrors, there's no food in your teeth. And then look at all these little rooms. It's like a little house. Is that what it feels like?
It definitely feels like there's always somewhere to hide.
What's in here?
My washer and dryer.
Oh, it's the one thing everyone wants.
And I got it.
And you have it. Oh, and they're vented machines too. Fantastic. Plus this closet has room for soap. And in typical New York fashion, we've got extra things. Those paper towels are worth money.
That's my ironing board.
Nice. And the light has its own switch. That way no one gets lost.
This one I use as like a linen closet.
This is great. 3 closets. So many apartments don't have 1 closet.
Fair enough. And we haven't really gotten to the main event, which is in my bedroom.
What size bed do you have?
So this is a queen.
It's a queen? Okay.
Yeah, obviously it could fit a king if I wanted less stuff on the walls. So.
But you don't want less stuff.
I don't. I definitely don't want less stuff. I think I love this room because it can house all of my like New York spoils. So all the money that I'm saving in rent, obviously I like to spend on sneakers and nice handbags. So this room is able to like house all of that. Plus my dresser is probably like my favorite piece in the house.
I like the design.
It's antique, but it's not. The window frame is though.
This is real stained glass?
Yeah, it's real stained glass. I got it at an antique consignment shop.
What was it from?
I have no idea. The window pane was just sort of sold by itself.
Okay.
And I saw it and thought that will look really cool.
Is there a story with this little guy?
It opens, but you gotta pull it like a cat.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Look at treasure chest.
Yeah.
That's so cute. But where's the main event?
The main event is the fact that this room does have 2 closets.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's one, and here's the other one.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Got even more shoes up there. I love it. That's what we're looking for the rest of the video. Oh, sweet. Look at that.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Look at how much space we have over by the edge of the bed. You've got yourself a nice big heater. Did it come with this AC or did you have to buy it?
The landlord bought the AC.
Really?
It came with it, yeah.
Who is this? Santa Claus? Is that who you pay your rent to? I love this view. For bedroom views, I think that's exactly what you want.
Nice and quiet at night.
It is? Yeah. Look at that. No noise. And that right there is actually your kitchen window. Is it enough to cool the whole place?
Definitely not. This gets the bedroom really, really cool, but the rest of the house, I have to rely on fans. In general. This is the kitchen. It is the most New York part of the apartment.
Why would you say that?
First of all, it's really small. As you can see, I have a very limited amount of counter space. And I had to sort of hack everything because I have exactly 1 drawer in the entire kitchen.
Really?
It's right here. This
is the only drawer?
The only drawer in the whole kitchen. Everything has to be hung or put in these organizers.
At first glance, I feel like we're surrounded by storage, but we're not. You have a lot of cabinet space though, and you're using all of it.
Every last bit.
Is this open too?
Opens.
Okay, but that's not a drawer, that's a cabinet.
No, it's not a cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, I do get a lot of sunlight because this window faces this like south alleyway.
You have a beautiful fridge. There's a nice dishwasher.
This is my oven. It's kind of small. I actually had to buy a special tiny cookie sheet.
Oh.
This is not standard size, so I can only make like 6 cookies at a time.
When you thought of moving to New York, did you think about living in a tiny house? I like your drying rack. You have sun-dried silverware. Little plants, little cookbooks. Was there a magical potion in there?
There was a magical potion in there,
Someone
and I
drank
just
it?
really like the bottle.
Got a nice looking microwave. Look at that, perfect. Look at that.
That's New York, you gotta use all the wall space.
And like you could be cooking and you could just reach around blind and grab what you need and go. Cutlery block. You have a lot of outlets. Are you ever gonna use these for anything or probably not?
Actually, what I end up using them the most for is the vacuum cleaner. So that I can plug it in here and then vacuum the whole way down the hall.
But those are useful. Same thing over here. Is this a custom spice rack?
If by custom you mean I got it from Amazon and hung it myself, then yes. It is a Jasmine original.
I think we have something similar to this in my apartment. Very handy. How long have you had Levi for?
I have had Levi for 7.5 years. He was a rescue in Houston, Texas, so he is a native Texan.
Okay.
I got him from the dog shelter there.
Really? So he's a transplant.
He is. He is also a new New Yorker.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of New York apartments, once you see the kitchen, you kind of have an idea of what the bathroom's gonna be like. And what I mean by that is it's nice. It's not ugly. It's just small. I like how you're using the entire sink. The storage space everywhere is done right.
Yes, I've got lots of over-the-toilet storage, so that pretty much fits all of my stuff.
And it actually has cabinets, so you might have complained about the cabinets in the kitchen, but these work.
They work.
They're here.
And they get everything in them, and of course I have the medicine.
You do? Okay, we don't need to open it and see what your medicine looks like. Okay, but there it is. It's there. And you've got the tub. You can actually take a bath if you want to. Do you want to?
Something about that being a renter and having a tub, it still feels like somebody else's tub.
Is there a story with this table? It looks like there is.
Actually, I can thank my friends for this table also. So they got it from an antique shop, I think some sort of shop online. And when they were leaving, they asked if I wanted to buy it from them, and I told them I did. I think the table goes right with the windows.
It expands to 6, right?
It does. And I store the leaf piece in the closet.
Ah, your apartment passes the Thanksgiving dinner test. It does. Most apartments, you're not having Thanksgiving dinner. And it looks like the rest of this is set up to entertain if that's what you want.
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a singer?
I am, but I don't sing here. When I decided to move here, a lot of people asked like, oh, are you going to sing? And actually, no, I do a normal 9 to 5, so.
And you play the guitar as well.
I do, but not very well.
Most New Yorkers will not admit that they suck at playing the guitar. They have one. It's missing a few strings. What is your 9 to 5?
I work in corporate philanthropy.
So how does it work? You oversee charities? Does it?
Yeah, I basically help charities navigate the process of trying to get access to funds and then help donors give the money away to good causes.
Who's more difficult, the people asking or the people giving?
I'll never tell.
So from your wall to your windows, do you want to know? 21 by 13 and a half. It's a big living room.
Do I win something for that?
Well, I mean, you have a table and you have a separate seating area. I think you've already won. Is this just more storage?
Exactly. So I have an air mattress for when people come to visit, and then, blankets and extra linens.
Dog toys, photographs of exciting places. Where is this one?
That's in Cape Town, South Africa.
Ooh. I like your little cabinet too. It kind of like matches the windows because of like the whole facade on it. Those are the police. They've come to take away your apartment deal because it's too good to be true. How big is your TV?
I think it's 52 inches.
Totally reasonable for any apartment in New York. You got the 2 round coffee tables, that's cool. Reading chair.
This is my work from home, so I usually only work from home 1 or 2 days a week, and all I do is turn the chair so that I face this little table.
There's never enough outlets by anyone's New York home office. 3 degrees?
I do.
What are they in?
So my undergrad is in political science and Spanish, and then I have a master's and a PhD in political science.
So not only is your apartment nicer than mine, you have 3 times as many degrees as me. Does that mean you're smarter than I am? You got a great place.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. Secretly, I still hate you. Subscribe. See you soon.